You ever had a sugar high so rough that you think that you weren't going to come down from it? You ever had that sugary thing in the morning that was so good you had to get more than one bowl? You ever had it so well that it fueled you for the rest of the day until third period? Well, it seems like we're not getting any of those things because Kellogg hates their employees. What's up, guys? It's your boy Jason, the Oni Face General himself. And, yeah, Kellogg hates their employees. And why they hate their employees? Because they are threatening them. They are threatening them to not only lose more money, lose more benefits, but also they are threatening to lose their jobs, as it seems like some of them are going to be heading to Mexico. If you guys don't know of the many strikes that's been going on across the nation with the Kellogg cereal plants, they have from literally Omaha to Lancaster to literally Topeka. And I'm so glad I get to say Topeka because I never thought I'd say it. But literally, all across the United States, Kellogg's plants, no one's going to be working there. And it's a shame because some of our best and brightest and delicious breakfast cereals of all times, from your Fruit Loops to your Frosted Flakes, so all the rest of the guys, I'm pretty sure my Sugar Smacks is along with them. And if they're not, hey, oh well, you're out of the loops, Sugar Smacks. Move the fuck on. But it seems like, yeah, this with all seriousness, this seems to be a problem, and I never once understood why these companies did this. Why these big companies always made their employees want to strike. I know it was because of unfair everything, whether it be the wages, whether it be the benefits, but it just makes no sense as to why you have a big company with millions upon billions of dollars in revenue and then they do some shady shit like this. But it's a good thing I was able to look more into the story and found a nice article by New York Post. But yes, the New York Post article goes on to read: production at Kellogg's U.S. cereal plants, my apologies, has ground to a halt as the company's roughly 1,400 U.S. factory workers went on a nationwide strike over pay and benefit issues, as well as alleged threats from the company to move productions overseas. The Battle Creek, Michigan-based breakfast giant, my apologies, I just realized that Battle Creek, Michigan is where RVD is from, the famous wrestler, but who cares about that? Yes, the Battle Creek, Michigan breakfast giant said that it implemented contingency plans in order to keep grocery store shelves stocked with Frosted Flakes, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, and other iconic brands made by the company. The strike includes factories in Omaha, Nebraska, Battle Creek, Michigan, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is actually not far from where I live. Don't dox me, assholes. And Memphis, Tennessee. According to the Bakery, Confectionery, Tobacco Workers, and Grain Millers International Union, which represents the plant workers, says, I would assume they did say, the company continues to threaten to send additional jobs to Mexico if workers do not accept outrageous proposals that take away protections that workers have had for decades. Anthony Sheldon, president of the union, said Tuesday evening in a statement. Contract negotiations between the union and Kellogg have stalled for more than a year. So I guess for a whole year, no one has been getting paid, or rather people's been getting paid. It's just that the future of these union workers have not been known up until now, and it seems like this is the union's breaking point of sorts. But it goes on to read, so yeah, for more than a year, Daniel Osborne, president of the local chapter of the union in Omaha, told the Associated Press a lot of Americans probably don't have too much issues with Nike or Under Armour hats being made elsewhere, or even our vehicles. But when they start manufacturing our foods down where there is no FDA control or even OSHA control, I have a huge problem with that, Osborne said. He added that he expects the company to try to recruit scabs or non-union workers this week to try and restart operations and maintain the supply of its cereals. Kellogg's insisted, oh man, I cannot read today. Kellogg's insisted that it treats its workers fairly, and it contract offer would increase wages and benefits. We all are disappointed by the union's decision to strike. Kellogg provide compensation and benefits for our U.S. ready-to-eat cereal employees that are among the industry's best, Kellogg spokesperson Chris Banner said in a statement. Osborne, though, said the conditions Kellogg workers have faced during the pandemic have been suitable. Workers have been put in 12-hour shifts 7 days a week to keep up production while employees were out because of the virus. It is not the first time food production workers have protested conditions during the pandemic. Workers at Nabisco plants in 5 states went on strike in August to protest plans by its parent company Mondelez International to move some jobs to Mexico, among other issues. What the hell is it with Mexico and big ass companies want to move their jobs there? Is it because of the taxes? Is it because Mexico has less taxes you gotta pay? I'm pretty sure it is. Moving on, it reads, and early this summer, more than 600 workers at the Frito-Lay plant in Topeka. My apologies. I guess that has nothing to do with Kellogg, but I did in fact read this article before I got to doing this video. But in Topeka, the Frito-Lay plant about 600 people walked off, and with one striking worker. This is what they had to say. And if you guys can read this in all red, obviously you guys see the problem here, especially with these slave labor ass jobs. But with the one striking worker claiming that employees had to keep working even when someone dropped dead on the job. And this is coming from Frito-Lay, the plant in Topeka. Now guys, what are my thoughts on all this? This is just big corporation. This is just big America doing their thing. And it kind of fucking disappoints me because we're kind of in a pandemic still. And it's not even kind of. We are still in this pandemic. And you're meaning to tell me that we have probably one of the most important cereal companies in the United States literally on fucking strike? Because they're threatening their employees to not only move their jobs, because if they don't move their jobs or even move with the job, they're going to get fired, or they're going to be forced to work long ass hours, and if they don't work these hours, they're going to get fired. So it's more or less a double-edged sword for these guys. What are they going to do? Should they work and get paid so they can feed their families during this pandemic where literally lives and jobs are not certain? Or are we going to work like slaves until we possibly die like the employees in Frito-Lay? Honestly, this shit really pisses me off because I've worked in a warehouse before and that shit is back-breaking fucking work. It is bare bones work. You have to literally have the energy to work those jobs, and frankly I don't know how people work those jobs, but you guys got it. You are amazing. Keep doing your fucking job because you guys rock. But it just goes to show you how these big companies give a shit about their employees, especially their plant workers. Like literally, these are your workers. These are your worker ants. You can't treat them like shit because they're the ones that make the fucking cereal that I'm pretty sure your kids eat. And I guess this is me directing some of my, I guess you can say, anger towards the higher ups in Kellogg's. But you guys got to do fucking better. This is honestly ridiculous that you are having people. You're having, yeah, like, basically this entire strike is fucking ridiculous. Especially when people, as bad as it is right now, don't have jobs, where jobs aren't fucking certain. This isn't a game. This is serious. This is so serious, but yet it's being it's being played out as a game. You have these big ass business guys thinking that, oh, if we just, if we move our job to Mexico, where there's less taxes where we have to pay less taxes, I'm pretty sure we can also pay the employees there who we're going to hire less money. It all works out. And I don't know what the fuck it is. Since this pandemic has started, big companies have been getting rid of all of their employees because they've been finding it easier to have less employees, or for that matter, employees who don't give a shit how much they get paid, because it doesn't matter. Work is work for them. As long as they get some money is good. And honestly, I really don't stand for this type of shit, because I do believe that people need to get paid a good wage for a certain job. You can't get paid shit for doing an amazing job. You can't get paid shit for being the fucking president of the United States now, can you? With him being a lobbyist, I'm pretty sure our president makes good amount of money each month, each fucking day. Who knows? But this is honestly just sickening. Kellogg, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, get a fucking grip on yourself. Honestly, because it's fucking ridiculous how you have your employees striking when all they want to do is just work. I'm pretty sure you guys, and this is one of the photos that I've seen, but you literally seen a woman in one of those photos of a picket sign, and it says, hold on, let me just pull that up here. It literally says, "I feed your families, but I can't feed mine." Let that sink in for a bit. Has it sunken in? Good, because I'm going to have to end this video. This has been your boy Jason, the Oni-Face General himself, signing out. Peace.